Hey everybody, welcome back to Starfyre Gaming. I am Sir Joseph and this is Colony Ship. We are near the main control, is that what it's called? I forgot what we're at, mission control, that's what it is. We're at mission control, about to go diving into mission control. We did some shopping, bought some good stuff. I sold some stuff off camera. There were two people to talk to. And that was about it. And then how we get deeper in, I don't know. I guess we could go. Can we go up here? No. All right. Let's go talk to Wilson. Badly scarred man is talking to a group of scavs, warming themselves around a glowing heater. You suspect he's trying to recruit them for some task, but it's not going well. Wilson, says one of the scavs, taking a long pull from a flask. You're so full of shit, I'm amazed you can walk upright. If old Bud ever got his mitts on you, you never would have come back at all. You think I did this to myself with a pocket knife, Wilson growls, turning his face to the light to better display his horrific scars. Yeah, or maybe you fell down a shaft and this just makes a better story. One of the other shrugs. What happened to you? Wilson here claims to have tangled with old Bub himself, says the scab with the flask. But I guess the beast took one friendly lick and decided to put him back. You calling me a liar? Wilson's tone communicates his intentions as plainly as a handwritten letter. Calm down, old man, grins the scab. We're just funning with you. Who or what is old Bub? The serpent that lives in the bottomless pit, one of the scavs nods towards the scorched maw leading to the ruined decks below. Nobody's ever seen him, because if you did, you'd already be dead. Except for Wilson, apparently. Oh, I seen him all right, Wilson thoughtfully strokes the ruins of his face, and I'm gonna bear his mark for the rest of my life. Tell me your story. What's there to tell, Wilson grumbles, looking down at his feet. We went hunting old Bub as soon as we saw the bounty. 5 of us went down. I was the only one that crawled back up. That part's true for sure, says one of the scavs, and I won't soon forget it. He was drenched in blood down to his waist, the skin hanging off his face like torn red rags. The devil got his claws into him all right. He quickly crosses himself. Continue. It was fast. A blur, Wilson says. We were just talking about how there was no trace of the thing, and maybe it was time to turn back, when old Bub bursts out of his mound of rubble. The legend itself, exactly as advertised. Jaws are 15 feet wide. Not exactly jaws, I guess. More like mandibles. Shape snapped Edwards in half like a twig. May he wake with the dawn. Then it came for me. That would have been it right there if I hadn't slipped in Edgar's blood so that the mandibles only grazed me. I passed out from the pain, or maybe his pure terror, and when I came to, Ortega and Bradwell were gone. Coombs was slumped against the wall with his head in his lap, like he was cradling a baby. What did this mythical beast look like? The whole thing was over so fast I hardly had time to get a good look at it. All I know for sure is that the head coming out of that rubble was mostly this gaping maw with no eyes that I could see, and the mandibles, as long as a man is tall, each ended in a hook. So if it snags you, you can say goodbye to this world. Walk away. Alright? Let's talk to Zila. No vaccines, says a woman with oddly colored eyes, shaking her head. We're fully booked. Oh, no vacancies. So that's your hotel? Sure is, the woman says with pride. Fixed her myself, the finest bed and breakfast in a 5-mile radius. What'd you serve for breakfast? Fresh algae from hydroponics, homegrown mushrooms, and roasted frog legs. We also serve the finest lager around, made from fermented fungus. Good business then, even after all these years? Well, not as good as before, when you needed a cart to haul away at the end of the day's digging, but still enough to put food on your table. Any tips? Don't venture too deep. That's the fastest way to end up dead around here. How so? You've heard about the mind worms, I assume. No hiding from them. They can sniff you out and empty your noggin faster than you can empty a soup bowl. Then there's old Bub himself, king of this dunghill. And if that's not enough for you, there's plenty of two-legged predators down there, just waiting for you to drop your guard. Wait, hold on a second. Empty my noggin? What the hell do you mean by that? James, come here a minute, dear, calls the woman. The man puts down his tools and walks over, waiting for orders. He's staring straight ahead, his eyes vacant and dull. He used to be sharp as a whistle. Always ready for a joke, the woman says with a sorrow. Now he's an empty shell. Will he recover? It's been 6 months. He's no better than before. He can do work that doesn't require much thinking, like unloading crates and painting the wagons, but not much else. Old Bub? Beelzebub, the great serpent himself. Old Bub for short. Never seen him myself, but heard way too many stories to doubt him. A serpent? Down in the ruins? With jaws big enough to grab a 20-foot container and swallow it whole. Imagine something that big coming at you in the darkness. She crosses herself quickly. Ah, bullshit. Bullshit, he says, scoffs the woman. I've offered $2,000 for them jaws. Several crews went down to hunt the beast. Wilson's the only one who crawled back with half his face missing. Something tells me he ain't going back down there ever again. That bounty's still good? In case I might run into Beelzebub. You didn't listen to a word I said, did you? She sighs and shakes her head. But yes, you give me those jaws, and I'll pay you $2,000. No questions asked. Alright. Yeah, there's no other place to go here. How do I get... Ah, ladder. Alright, let's see what we got here. It's not how I pictured it, says Evans. Thought it would be bigger, taller. They say it goes down for miles, so you're looking at the tip of the iceberg here. Nobody knows how big that place is. Even the assembly members couldn't go below level 5. The assembly? The General Assembly. Like a Senate on old Earth, says Faith. You'll see it soon enough. It's quite a sight. Did this General Assembly control everything then? I think it was a bit more complicated than that, says Jed. The assembly was a front. The real show was backstage. Not that it matters now. Hard to believe this was the most feared place on the ship once. Nothing lasts, eh? Maybe one day people will be crawling all over the habitat ruins and telling stories about the War of the Three Kingdoms. The noble protectors, the ever-peaceful brotherhood, and the wise churchmen, grins Jed. What could they possibly quarrel over? Same things we fought over ever since we learned how to sharpen rocks. Amen, brother. Alright. We are now down in the lower parts, and we can still travel up the train station. It's a big honking auditorium down there. Oh, we got Luther down there. We got Luther, someone to talk to. Alright, not a whole lot going on here. Computers, unlock the terminal. Long list of century-old General Assembly announcements prepared for broadcasting. The Synod recalls 14 Assembly members for failure to discharge their duties and fulfill the trust placed in them. The people accept hard labor as penance and express confidence in the disgraced public servants' willingness to redeem themselves. Keep reading. The General Assembly unanimously passed the resolution condemning the riots and calling for unity. The public disturbance endangers the mission and threatens to undo the many sacrifices endured by the great men and women of this ship. Walter Hastings, the chairman of the General Assembly, said in a statement, "The Synod appoint 3 new Assembly members to represent districts B7, 8, and 12. These exemplary public servants have demonstrated unwavering commitment to public service and the mission. The people congratulate the new assemblymen and wish them every success in their new duties." All right? That's enough of that. Did Evans get a new computer skill? Slowly making our way up there. Alright, nothing else there. Alright, let's talk to Lucifer. The man stares into nothing, mumbling something to himself. It takes you a moment to realize he's dictating into a recording device. Greet him. "I'm sorry, I didn't hear you come in," the man smiles apologetically. "Welcome to my humble abode. Of course, it wasn't always so humble. Before the mutiny, only the most powerful could step foot here, but time spares nothing and no one." "What is this place?" "The observation box. From here, the members of the Synod once watched the General Assembly like the playwrights of old. I suppose that's what the General Assembly was, a great theater for the masses. I better write that down." "What's a Synod?" "A council of the mighty. the real power behind the General Assembly. They gave themselves an that word's name. Reading is hard sometimes, but it was temporal authority they exercised. Like so much else, they were destroyed in the mutiny. Why did they need the General Assembly then? A time-honored tradition? Shrugs the historian. I doubt the Pan-American Senate was any different either. The real power was always in those close to the throne, the advisory councils and committees. That's where all the decisions were made. What are you writing there? Our history. If we ever reach Proxima, our descendants will want to know about the voyage. Need to know, he corrects himself. Don't you think so? Yeah, I think it's important. Exactly, says the man excitedly. The key to the future lies in the past. And the most important question isn't what, but why. Yet fools always ignore it. Do you know why there was a mutiny? Do you? Sure. People rebelled against the tyranny of the ship over authority. Are you saying there's more to it? Of course there's more to it. The tyranny you speak of, did the ship authority become more tyrannical over the decades? Or did new generations merely perceive it as such? And, if that's the case, what could be done to lessen the impact in the future, when the next mutiny starts drawing near? What makes you think there'll be another mutiny? Do you think the conflict between the Protectors, the Brotherhood, and the Church will go on forever? Sooner or later, a winner will emerge and the cycle will start anew, only to end in another mutiny or similar calamity. You can't avoid it, much like you can't avoid winter on old Earth. But you can prepare for it. Stockpile wood and food, so to speak. What about our own actions? Do they not matter? Our actions are driven by the cyclical changes. Why do you think the first generation accepted and fully submitted to the ship authority's rule, and the later generations defied and overthrew it? Because the cycle changed, and just like that, what was perfectly acceptable before had suddenly become unacceptable, forcing people to act. Let's suppose you're right. What can I do to help you on this quest? There are records still waiting to be found. If you gather enough information, perhaps we can still piece it together. If I find anything, I'll bring it to you. Alright? Explore mission control. CH3. That's supposed to be chapter 3. Well, there's the way down. Should we be not in mission control right now? Oh well, let's keep going. got a dude here. Got 3 dudes over there. That's the way back up. Some dudes here. Dudes over here. A lot of dudes in here. Some dead dudes here. Alright. Well, let's check out this one dude here. Give me a hand, will ya? Says the scav, pointing to a nearby crate. I tried dragging it, but it's too heavy. I have a feeling this will turn bad. Now let's help him with the crate. Yeah, I thought that was going to go bad. The moment you enter the room, the door slides closed behind you and locks with a loud click. The scav grins and reaches for his gun, and 2 of his friends step out from behind some crates. In this wasteland, some men make a living prospecting and scavenging, while others, less scrupulous types, turn to robbery and murder. Kill them all. Alright. Alright, let's see how this one goes. Ow! Holy butt turds. That's not good at all. That was it, huh? Oh, yeah, this is bad news here. Well, we're pretty much screwed here, aren't we? Out of range. Oh, goodness gracious, the wrong person. Oh my gosh. We're so hosed. Let's use a health stem. Maybe that'll do something. Oh my gosh, we're 2 down. Okay, this was done. We're done. We're dead. Oh my gosh. We are definitely not in a good spot here. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. We suck. We are just getting hammered. This is terrible. This is terrible. Yeah, everybody's gonna die, even if Ched somehow are able to get out of this. And dud. Oh, so we're not even, so we're starting back up here. All right, let's just kind of start back up here. All right, so we are not good enough to go into there yet because we just got destroyed. It wasn't even close. All right, yeah. So there was that. I guess we go back and kind of work on these other things here. We need to find Jonas, I guess. Let's go to the pit. Alright. Jonas. Where's Jonas? I don't know where Jonas is. He's not in the Promised Land. That's the other guy. I'm not sure where Jonas is. Let's go back in here. Oh, Jonas, right there. Make it quick. Take the elevator and inspect Braxton's troops before they enter the pit. Wait for reinforcements. The heck are we doing? I'm confused here. Ready to deal with the reinforcements. Well, let's try this. See if we get our butts handed to us here. The regulator patrol shows up right on time. The troopers come to a tidy halt when they see you, keeping their distance. Sergeant Martinez, says the man on your right, removing his helmet to get a better look at you. I'd appreciate it if you'd make a path. We're looking forward to a rest and a wash back at base. He's smiling, but at the same time, he scans the darkness behind you, never quite relaxing his stance. Well, let's try our impersonate here. Thank God you're here. Captain Braxton sent me with a new intel. The Brotherhood is coming in force. Your men have to stop them from entering the town. Do you hear me? Brotherhood's back, exclaims Martinez. He's too shocked for the moment to add anything else. Surprised? When the regulators stopped them in their tracks, it sent the wrong message. The Brotherhood has to crush us completely to show everyone that resistance is futile. That's a point no one will miss. What about the town? Asked Martinez, dazed at this point of a turn of events. Protecting the town is no longer our objective. The Brotherhood have decisively outgunned us. It's just not worth it. I don't think I've seen you before, Martinez says suddenly. He tenses and shifts his feet as if preparing to throw a punch. Well, that impersonates tight. Braxton sent me ahead, undercover. My job was to suss out the locals, watch for trouble, and get things ready for the takeover. But why did he send you now? Martinez asks. He's hanging on your response. I'm the only one who could travel freely without raising suspicion. All right, well, we'll do our best to delay the Brotherhood, Martinez snaps. Don't expect any miracles. So we got some persuasions. Our persuasion went up to level 7. That's nice. We got some streetwise. We got some impersonate. Wait for them to leave. All right, return to Jonas. Oh, return to Jonas. You hold the gate until the distant gunfire dies down. You head back to Main Street. The regulators fought to the last man, a brave but futile stand. You watch as a cleanup crew, armed with stretchers and mops, marches into the bullet-ridden building. The bodies will be fed into the organic recyclers, and all signs of carnage will be gone by the morning. Thus passes worldly glory. Talk to Jonas. Braxton's dead. Jonas sounds old and weary. He lost. But what exactly did we win? I'd like to know. We lost a bunch of men we can't replace. On top of the fucking soldiers we hired. Seems like we let the fox right in, didn't we? Didn't it? Never mind. Doesn't matter now. What are we gonna do next? Next? Jonas apparently scratches his beard. Or absently scratches his beard. Put it behind us and start looking to the myriad of troubles coming ahead. The Brotherhood will be back to probe our non-existent defenses. The Protectors probably think they own us now. Hell, the Church might even sit down at the table and stick a finger in this pie. Why not? Or maybe we get real lucky. The three of them will show up all at once and sort out their differences with our narrow bit of decking as a battleground. You didn't say anything about what we're going to do. If we want to stay free, we need allies. Real players, not tin men like Braxton. Free-thinking citizens who will never bend the knee to the high and mighty habitat. I want you to travel to the shuttle bay and talk to Mo Jackson. Him and his crew captured it from some raiders a few years back and turned it into a fort. The fact that he's held it since then means Mo can handle anything the ship can throw against him. More than that, Mo's the leader. If we get him on board, others will follow. I'll talk to him. Ooh, Evans grows stronger. Oh, bond with Evans grows stronger. The bond with Faith grows weaker. Braxton was this town's only hope, Faith says quietly, as if to herself. Now that hope is gone. Might be right, but what's done is done. All that's left to do is hope for the best. Amen, says Evans. Braxton would have ruled with an iron fist, and it would have ended in bloodshed sooner or later. Faith nods absently, but doesn't say anything else. It's time to move on. Got a bunch of experience. Jed leveled up. Let's see, initiative, action points in the first round, reaction attack, halves cost to reload, lockpick, belt and inventory actions, initiative +4, stim duration +1, death timer +1. Accuracy and critical chance for party members. Evasion, 30% to hits for further grazes, 70% to misses from 50-50. Ballistic resistance +1 would not cover evasion and reaction. 50% chance critical on the next attack. On kill 6 action points, +1 max implants, +1 tagged skill and extra experience. Those tagged skills are really important. Let's see, melee, extra skill, accuracy, evasion, accuracy, melee weapon, blunt. He's our blunt guy. Blade. Range, 25 skill gained, retroactive, reaction 20, accuracy +1 for every other skill. He's got not bad. Energy weapons, SMGs. He's shotgunner. Accuracy +8, stagger. He's our shotgun guy, right? Let's go with shotgun. Alright. Where's the shuttle bay? You got the pit, the army, hydroponics, mission control, and the factory. There's no shuttle bay. Why is there no shuttle bay? Well, mission control is a bad place to go. We go to the factory to get to the Holy Grail, to get to the habitat, I guess. Travel to the shuttle bay. But I don't see the shuttle bay anywhere. Well, maybe we just have to find it still. Mission control, that just got us hammered. Alright, let's go to the factory that leads to the habitat. Before the mutiny, the rail system suspended high in the factory's metal canopy would deliver citizens to the dismal warehouses and distribution facilities where they spent their days working. Not surprisingly, that's where the revolt started, quickly spreading throughout the ship. The factories were looted and stripped for parts, the railway blown up and cut off the mission control from the habitat and prevented reinforcements from pouring in. Within a few decades, the factory had been mostly abandoned until growing trade between the pit and the habitat turned it into the new Silk Road. With the train overpass lying in ruins, slow-moving traders carrying valuable relics of the past looted in the wasteland quickly became the target of gunmen eager to relieve the traders from their cargo and lives. The traders responded by hiring armed escorts, which forced the gunmen to form gangs and fight both the mercenaries and rival gangs until only two gangs remained: the Black Hand and the Detroit City Gang. A mercenary outfit calling themselves Thy Brother's Keepers saw great business opportunity and promptly moved their operations into the factory. There, the Keepers established what became known as the Toll Road, offering safe passage to the habitat for an exorbitant fee. Alright. Kentucky Fried Frogs. Let's go talk to the Kentucky Fried Frog guy. Step right in. Don't be shy. The man turns on the burner underneath a grease-covered metal plate. If you're tired of chewing cardboard, try these delicious frog legs, soaked in acetic acid and fried to perfection. What do they taste like? Like earth, brother. It was their most iconic food, Kentucky Fried Frog. It's finger-licking good. Wasn't that fried chicken? Just because it tastes like chicken doesn't mean it's actually chicken. After sharing this bit of street wisdom, he places several chunks of odd-looking meat on a makeshift grill and promptly bastes it with sauce that masks the smell. Maybe later. Okay. Oh, there were two guards there. Guess we're gonna talk to the greeter. Traveling to the habitat. The greeter gives you a quick once-over. We can take you there for a price, of course. Who's we? Thy Brother's Keepers, he says with pride, pointing at a faded insignia on his jacket. We'll keep you safe as a babe in your mother's arms. You won't even know you're traveling through the most dangerous zone in the entire ship. How do I know it's as dangerous as you say? Maybe I should take a look for myself first. Oh, it's dangerous, all right, he says in a matter-of-fact way. A year ago, you could get by with a guide. Now it takes an armed escort to keep those thugs at bay. They even had the audacity to attack one of our forts a couple weeks ago. You built forts down there? Yeah, we did, nods the greeter. Without fortifications, we'd have been overrun a long time ago. The road goes over the roofs of the factory and the warehouses, so we have the high ground, but that's not enough. I know folks think we charge a lot, but it costs a lot to keep the way safe. Why doesn't the habitat clean up the factory? You can ask them when you get there, he smirks. My guess is a bit of chaos out there makes the habitat look like a safe place on the ship. Hell, I doubt they'd clean this shit up even if they could. Where do all the raiders come from? Where do cockroaches come from? He shrugs. I don't know much history, but has there ever been a shortage of scumbags looking for easy money? These creeps are preying on traders, taking their goods to the habitat long before we got here. And when we built the road, it took a big bite out of their business. Back then, there were 8 or 9 small gangs stumbling around with pea shooters. Now there's just 2 gangs, but with enough firepower between them to start the next mutiny. How much? For a lone traveler, too much unless someone else is fitting the bill. Too much risk on our end to make a full run for a few grand. I'm running an errand for Jonas, so he's footing the bill. And it'll take us 3 months to collect, mutters the greeter, the smile disappearing from his face. Enjoy your trip. The metal doors slide open, inviting you to enter. Crossing the factory isn't an easy journey. Who knows when you might be able to return? If you have any unfinished business in the pit, take care of it now. All companions left behind will move on with their lives. Following quests will be auto-resolved, handled by someone else. Courthouse fights. Alright, let's go back. I guess we could do some courthouse fights. That would help build up some of our combat skills, hopefully, and not just get us killed. But that's the only quest that will be, not done. So, let's go to the courthouse. Ready for work? Got a full docket. Alright, let's give this a shot. I'm ready. Let me see. The Chief Justice pulls out an electronic notepad and begins swiping through a series of screens full of very ornate, hard-to-read font. First defendant is one John Doe, meaning he refused to tell us his name. We call that an aggravating circumstance. Our friend, Mr. Doe, stands accused of cheating during a game of poker. He vehemently denies the charge. Don't they all, though? A jury of his peers, in this case fellow poker players, agree that John Doe cheated and also had shifty eyes. So the case goes to trial. John's been on a diet of water and N-Tab half rations for 3 weeks, so I'm guessing he'll present a pretty weak case. When do I get paid? A mercenary, eh? I would think continuing the legacy of our progressive judicial system would be reward enough. He waits a moment to see if you'll change your mind. But, in any case, a convicted criminal forfeits all possessions to the prosecution, meaning you. Enjoy! Alright, make her case. Who are we on here? Evans. We're going to put Evans back here. Jed. Put Jed there. Actually, let's move Evans. Move Evans to here. Faith here. No. Leave Faith here. And Jeremiah will go behind these crates. Alright, so Evans is going to move to here. Jane, I think, is going to... Oh, see, he's going to get a reaction shot at Jane. Okay, he didn't get the shot. Move over here. Faith. Oh no, that's not Faith, that was Evans. Alright. Yeah, we got some experience and stuff. It's 9mm ammo, bullfrog, and a excuse me, a worker jacket. Alright, Faith, weapons. Bulldog. Well, looks like the long slide's probably the better weapon. And that's what, yeah, that's what Jeremiah's got, so just a garbage jacket. How do we get out? Alright, there we go. Guilty as charged, eh? Let me know when you're up for the next trial. Our #1 legal representative is out with a shattered kneecap, and we've got a full docket. Alright, give me a few hours. Browse wares. Oh, he's got some nice armor here, doesn't he? Ooh, a machete. Warhammer. Oh, there's some nice stuff in here. Should buy that machete. First off, we are going to sell this bulldog for $10. And we'll sell this jacket for $2. We'll buy this machete for $37. And then we go with Faith. Give her that machete. And go back and sell that knife. Alright, we're going to go ahead and call it here. Thank you guys for watching. I do appreciate it. As always, like, subscribe, and comment. I've been Sir Joseph. You guys are amazing. Until next time, stay safe out there. And I'll talk to you later.